Do you have ideas about?
Yeah, for sure. I want to lead people in song.
Okay.
Well, you didn't. I know I had that choice. I'm about right
I
there
want to
with
be
that.
able to cook for large amounts of people. I want to be able to grow food. Because I absolutely agree with the why. But the real practical piece for me is what are the practical things that I want to bring into my everyday to bring joy, to nourish people, and to meet people where they are, right? And then also that like what's possible is like, yes, the lawyer is the lawyer, but the lawyer also can cook food. The lawyer can also laugh. The lawyer can also dance,
drum,
right?
dance, yeah.
And so for me, like that was sort of where I'm coming from, and I think that it's a framing of the question, but it's like we can get so into like the head of it and actually accept the premise that this is so far away. And we can, like, I don't want to get paralyzed by, but it's so hard. Because I work with folks who are going to take over Wall Street. Like, you know, they're talking billions and trillions of dollars of moving money into community control. That doesn't come from philanthropy. And you have to have radical dreams. And the real radical dreams are that we can do this shit now. Sorry. Anyway, but when you were talking about that point, I like grabbed the book. I don't mean to be rude, but I talk about this book all the time. And this is by James Boggs. It's The American Revolution, Pages from a Negro Worker's Notebook. It's available online through historyasaweapon.org. In 1963, he wrote about this. He said that the machines are coming in, automation of the auto industry, right? The robots in the auto industry. And he said, this is our opportunity, exactly what you said, for us to think about work differently. And how do we think about what I'm paraphrasing in a way that is not, I think, doing true honor to his work, but it's inspired me ever since in like, how do we think about what it means to be human in a different way? Like he saw the agrarian, like the agrarian economy, the industrial economy, post-industrial economy is like, what's next? 1963, Ossie Davis and Ruby Dee sent this book to MLK, to Malcolm X, to all of the leaders, many parts of the movement at that time. And it was there, right? As part of sort of, we don't have to accept organized labor's premise, that we need to keep the same system. That this is an opportunity not for us to fight against the machines, to keep the same jobs that are eventually going to be obsolete anyway, right? How do we think about the life standard, the living standards for people, not to keep them necessarily as workers in the same system? And I think that is like the radical thinking, right? Of like, and so that for me is like super exciting, right? And I don't say that I actually have these ideas. My clients are the ones often, or the folks I get to see in community, who are like, why? And it's like, well, this is what the law says. Why? Right? Like, I don't think the law makes any sense.
Because it doesn't.
And it doesn't, right? And so then it's like, okay, so then what, right? And they're like, okay, well, how about we work this way? How about we work that way? And it's like, how do we build around the dreams rather than limit the dreams by the lines, written out by the law?